everybody, today is my November wrap-up. I have read 5 books and I'm really proud of myself because I'm not that quick of a reader, so 5 books is quite the accomplishment for me. Well, the first book I've read is Life and Death by Stephanie Meyer. This is the Twilight reimagined book. I gave it 3.5 stars. I really liked it and it was a really refreshing view on Twilight, and I used to love Twilight, I still do by the way. And the thing is, I think the gender swap is executed very neatly, but I got confused by who the characters were exactly. Well, confused by the names, because I know the story so well, because I've read Twilight like 100 times. But yeah, I liked it and it was a refreshing view, and I'm happy I bought it. The second book I've read this month is 13 Reasons Why by J. Asher. I adored this book. I gave it 5 stars, and when I read it I felt so, I don't know, sad all the time. It was a good kind of sad. It was a wonderful description all the time, and what I liked is that from the point of view of Clay, he started to see what was really going on, and I really like that. I cried reading this book. I cried a lot, and I finished it on the train, and I actually cried in public, and it was kind of embarrassing, but the book was so good. The third book I've read it as an ebook, is The Girl with All the Gifts by M.R. Carey. This book was quite unexpected. I read the description of this book on Goodreads and it said a science fiction book. And I thought, well, I'd like to read this because I love spacey-wacy things. Turns out it's a post-apocalyptic London, well, not exactly London, just England, with zombies. It was not what I expected, but I really liked it. That's why I gave it 4 stars. I really loved the relationship between Melanie, the main character, and Helen, her teacher. I think Melanie's character development was great because she didn't realize what she was at first, or she just didn't know, and she found out during the book. And what I liked was that the author didn't give everything away immediately, because he told you certain things but you kept wondering what is really going on, and I liked that very much, so I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads. The 4th book I've read is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. This book I thought was brilliant. It's a fairy tale retelling of Beauty and the Beast. I love fairy tale retellings. This is, I think, the 4th fairy tale retelling I've read. Well, I've read more in the past, but I just didn't realize they were fairy tale retellings because I didn't know anything about books and just read them, and I read stories and I loved that. Anyway, I was hooked until the end. I couldn't put it down and I just read one day through it. Well, it was great and I can't wait for the sequel, and that's why I gave it 4 stars. The 5th and last book I've read is kind of a cheat because I mentioned this in my previous video in my December to be reading, but I couldn't wait and read it in November. So I've read Dash and Lily's Book of Theirs by Rachel Cohn and David Levithan. I love this book. It was such a cute Christmas story, and things kept happening that I did not expect to happen or want to happen, so it was interesting all the way through the end. I really liked that, and the relationship between Dash and Lily, I loved it. I can't really explain it, but at first they didn't really want it to be a couple, and at the end of course they did, because it's a cheesy Christmas story, but I really loved it and I gave it a 5 stars on Goodreads. And I know this video is late, but I don't really care. But please let me know what books you've read, and if you like it, please like and maybe subscribe, and yeah, I'll leave my Goodreads link down below. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye!